Mothering is full of confusing minefield type of situations where every step you take might explode a bomb. And such situations can be very difficult to deal with. Many times, we become very fearful of our children's nature and their future. Children learn many undesirable things due to bad association and peer pressure. Sometimes they stop listening to us, and sometimes they get into trouble with their teachers and friends. And sometimes their behavior is so shocking that we start doubting our own standing as a good mother who tried to instill good behavior in her child. Sometimes we're also confused in our own decision making in various situations. What would best help my child in their Krishna consciousness? Should I be signing my child up for the Krishna camp, or should I be signing them up for a science program, or should I be taking them to learn music, or, what do I do? How do I manage? What is the best thing for their Krishna consciousness? And as if Kali Yuga was not confusing enough, Krishna-centered motherhood can be very confusing and overwhelming. In the 10th canto, 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, we find Mother Yashoda in a confusing and overwhelming situation with her child Krishna. While Krishna was engaged in various naughty activities as a child, the most wonderful of these occurred when Krishna's playmates complained to Mother Yashoda that Krishna was eating earth. Upon hearing this from Krishna's playmates, Mother Yashoda, who was always full of anxiety over Krishna's welfare, she picked Krishna up with her hands to look into his mouth. When Krishna opened his mouth wide by the order of Mother Yashoda, she saw within his mouth not just a set of teeth and some saliva and a tongue, but she actually saw the entire universe, the modes of material nature, the elements, the reactions of karma, all types of living entities, and various other aspects of the cosmic manifestation, along with herself and the Vrindavan Dham. On seeing this, she was extremely overwhelmed with emotions, and she became very doubtful and fearful of her son's nature, and not knowing what to do, she immediately sought shelter of the Supreme Lord. And she spoke thus, as it is mentioned in the 10th canto, 8th chapter, 41st and 42nd verses. Therefore, let me surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and offer my obeisances unto Him, who is beyond the conception of human speculation, the mind, activities, words, and arguments, who is the original cause of this cosmic manifestation, by whom the entire cosmos is maintained, and by whom we can conceive of its existence. Let me simply offer my obeisances, for He is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. He is beyond all of my material activities. It is by the influence of the Supreme Lord's Maya that I am wrongly thinking that Nanda Maharaj is my husband, that Krishna is my son, and that I, because I am the queen of Nanda Maharaj, all the wealth of cows and calves are my possessions, and all the cowherd men and their wives are my subjects. Actually, I also am eternally subordinate to the Supreme Lord. He is my ultimate shelter. So there can be nothing more overwhelming than seeing the entire cosmic manifestation in the mouth of your child. To deal with this situation, Yashoda Mai drew her strength from her faith in the Supreme Lord, and not from all the externals. She did not depend upon all the externals of her wealth, power, prestige, influence, none of these things. In a similar way, when we are faced with difficult situations in our parenting, instead of depending upon the various layers of false identities we have related to our jobs, our homes, social standing, familial relationships, wealth, power, prestige, our own intelligence, our own social standing, our own backing of all the people that we have, we must also act from the platform of the soul, from the place of our relationship with Krishna, that Krishna is my master and I am His eternal servant, and O Krishna, please guide me. How do I deal with this situation? Srila Prabhupada explains in the purports to these verses that when we are beset with such problems for which we can find no reason, the best remedy is to surrender to the Lord and offer our obeisances to Him. By willingly allowing Him to take control of our lives, we will be able to secure ourselves, because the Lord is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the controller of all creation. And He is Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. He is the well-wisher of all living entities. So everything is happening under Krishna's control, and He is the ultimate well-wisher of all the living entities. So let me take shelter of Him and be peaceful. So surrender does not mean we remain passive. Surrender is active. While we pause and try to understand our reaction to the situation, we must actively pray for the protection and well-being of our child. And we seek shelter of the Lord by finding shelter in His holy names and in His instructions. We also seek out guidance from experienced and advanced devotees who can help us with practical steps to deal with those very difficult parenting moments. We at Bhakti Women sincerely wish you the very best in your Krishna conscious parenting journey. Hare Krishna.